Well, in my new circle of friends or travels that I've been doing this past recent year, I run across different people that ask me to come to certain auctions and that. And there was a person I know that does estate auctions, and he basically said, hey, I got a couple nice guns in this upcoming auction, maybe you should come down and check it out. And basically what he had is 2 handguns, 2 rifles, and a German flare pistol. Okay. He had a real nice Belgian-made Browning high power, real nice gun. They had a Lama 32 in the original box from like the mid-60s with the wooden grips, and that. The gun was like mint. An old Spanish 93 that was scrubbed, had all the markings removed except for where they ground the side of the receiver serial number. I think Samco imported them years ago. It was some reworked gun, and I kind of was interested in the 32 pistol, but it went kind of too high for my liking. And he goes, "Well, we got a Nagant rifle there, really?" And so, of course, they come up, and I guess there was just nobody in the crowd that knew what the hell it was. And that's where Koba scored and got this Finnish M28 Civil Guards rifle. Pretty interesting. I've never had one. I've seen them when the price was ridiculous on them. Do our safety check. Basically, it's an old Mosin 91 that's been reworked, rebarreled, that the Finns used. And the Civil Guard was the militia or the military unit from post-World War I, when Finland, which was a Russian duchy, I guess you call it, or it was a territory of Russia, along with the northeastern section of Poland and that. But after World War I, they got their independence. And so there's an interesting story behind this and these Finn capture Mosins I have. So now that I have this piece in my collection, and I had another, I picked up this summer, I picked up a Mosin 91 that we went out and shot and got into the big debate. So I picked this neat gun up, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go down into Koba's super secret bunker and retrieve all my Mosin 1891s that I have. I have a couple of them now, and this. And I'm going to do a series of videos about, you know, coming up to this gun, the M28 rifle. But I'll talk about Finland itself and political situation post-World War I, and why all these Mosin 91 show up with the little circle and the SA on there. And I'll talk about Finland, talk about the guns. I'm going to go get my other guns out. We're going to have them all side by side, look at the markings. And I figured out a way to where I can get the markings to stand out where they're clear on the camera. Okay, so I'm going to go touch up my other guns. Then we're going to discuss the ammunition. I'll have my book. I'll bring the book out, and then I found a couple online sources and do some references and basically make a bunch of videos hearkening back to the good old days of YouTube, when Mosin Nagants were $100 a piece, sometimes $95 on sale. And everyone was an expert, everyone was making videos, refinishing them and that. You know, I know a couple guys that I met through making videos. Teleosaurus is one. The guy really loves these old Finns and Mosins. Then, of course, the gun geek, you know, he did tons of videos on it. He's also a troll slayer. Yeah, he's made some interesting videos over the years. And Log Cabin Loon went out there. I think he did a beaver that was wreaking havoc on his property and flooding out, washing out roads and that. He ended up trapping them. That's right. He shot one and he trapped one, but he got I think he got one with a Mosin. Some pests he had. So back to those good old days, and I even went and found my ammunition that when I did the thing where I studied all those guns I had a whole pile of them. I think I had 24 of them at one time. And I went through, measured every bore, and test fired every one, and put up about a couple hundred videos about it. But what I did is I kept samples of all the surplus ammo, a live round, and I pulled it apart, examined the projectile, the powder, everything else. I found that box. I still kept it all these years. And we'll figure out what D-ball is and the different types of ammo. We'll go over that again and take a look at some interesting guns, go over the history of it, how they got developed, how they got to where they got to this M28. I know there's a couple variations. It's an M30. The gun they actually produced, I believe, well, I don't know, there's several versions of this that the Finns developed over the years, starting with the M28, and there was a couple variations afterwards. So it'll be fun, and stay tuned. I'm going to go out and start working on it today and see what I can come up with.